We're going to be going from 0 to 10 million my hotel. Yes, we're going to be going from scratch all the way up to 10 million. See how long it takes to get to this point and build the best hotel you've ever seen. Without further ado, let's get started. We first started off by loading into the game and learning what this game has to offer. It was very similar to other games I've played, so it wasn't really that hard to get into. All you have to really do at the start is just to make sure the customers or the client has the proper room, the proper amount of people in it. That's the way you make money, and you let them stay overnight, and overnight after they spent the night, they will give you the money. It's fairly easy. Right now we have around $5,000, so we're going to use this to expand our plot even more. I placed down around 3 new rooms so more clients could fit into my hotel, though I ran into one big problem, which was I only could afford the single room. This means if a group of 4 people or 3 people come into my hotel, I won't be able to give them a room, which is not that great. We also figured out you can hire cashiers and janitors to run your hotel, though we can't really afford that right now and it's not top priority. We ended up playing without bots for a little while, just filling up the rooms on our own, cleaning them, and giving the keys away. It was a very simple task to do. I didn't really require any staff at this time with the little amount of rooms I had. After an hour and 40 minutes, we decided to expand our plot even more just because we had around $10,000 and it was about time we added more people to fit into this hotel. We ended up also figuring out more and more the build mechanics in this game and how odd they actually were. I noticed it gives you a lot of customization options when it comes to your build, but the way it does it, it is a little tricky to understand how to do so, and it can be a little time consuming as well. At this point, we have hired our first staff and they are currently running my hotel and making me the money. So we went AFK for a little longer just to make more money before we started expanding even more. We kept expanding even more and more to this side, as this was currently the idea we had, which was just pretty much make a box and fit as many rooms as possible so more customers could get in. We also unlocked new rooms, which the way this game works is the better the rooms you have, the more expensive and the more money you get. They're all basically the same room, just ones are a little bit more decorated than the others. Essentially, they are the same, as in they have the suite, they have the single, and they have the triple, or the ones that fits 2 people. Just like any other one, just they give you more money. That was the key in this game. After this, we ended up going AFK for quite some time just because there wasn't really much to do apart from just earning money and expanding as soon as I get the money, which is basically what I did. Every single time I got a little bit of money, I wasted it on a room, spent it so more people could fit into the hotel. It was a wash, rinse, repeat process. One main issue I was really having in this game was that they weren't really getting much customers into my hotel, which is when I figured out there's actually parking in this game that you have to pay for. I did not know that for around 3 to 4 hours. As you can see the timer, so I figured this out pretty late. So if you're watching this video, make sure to spend money on your parking. It is very useful. Oops me. After going AFK for quite some time, I realized my building wasn't really accurate when it came to making the max amount of money. There was a lot of flaws into it, so I decided to start from scratch again, delete the whole building, and make a brand new building. So that's what you're going to see in this next segment of this video. Now, for the beginning designs of my builds in these games, I don't really do them that impressive. I basically just do a little flat square or just a general square and just fill it up with rooms as you're seeing right now. This is, in my opinion, the best way to play a game when it comes to if you want to get the best experience and the best result in the littlest time possible is by fully going all at it at the start. And as soon as you earned a reasonable amount of money, spend it on your actual good hotel instead of having to sell the hotel as soon as you make enough money and sell a hotel you actually really like, stuff like that. So as you can see, that's what we're working on right now. And the more floors I built, the more rooms I built, and the more money I was making. I was already 6 hours and 30 minutes in, and I had around 18 rooms in total. Most of them were single, a couple of them were deluxe, and a couple of them were also for 3s and for 2. We ended up using this design of hotel overnight. It was making us a good amount of money, and we were pretty much done for the day and we're ready to start the next day. The very next day, we woke up and we were around 24 hours into the game and we've made around $700,000, which was a huge improvement of where I was before. Now the plan now would be pretty much just delete everything again, use everything on upgrades, and make a brand new and even better building, which is exactly what we're about to do right now. Now, one thing I did not realize about this game at all, which was shocking and impressive to me, is there's no actual, or I haven't found a limit to how high you can really build in this game. The highest I got was 23 floors. So right now what I was basically making, or I spent half of my money on upgrades. Most of the upgrades I did spend were on how tall I can make my building. I made it around 8 to 10 floors, or I spent 8 to 10 floors right now, and that was basically what I was doing right now. I was making a little condominium, basically style hotel, just going up instead of going further around. At the end of the day, this is the building we came up with. We spent pretty much all our money, and we only had around $62,000, so this was making us a lot more money than we were before. We were already 30 hours in, but we were making very good progress, and I was very happy where we were right now. Okay, so now stay with me because this is where we're about to make a huge leap and a huge change in our building area. So we went AFK for a while until we actually started making very good money from this building. I'll show you right now how much we actually ended up making and the amount of time we had. Pretty much, we decided to upgrade our building once again. So I left the game running and I made around $2.8 million. I know we already just changed our video, but yeah, we also spent most of our money on all the parking. We also upgraded our height even more, which this is where we made kind of a mistake because I did not realize how high you could actually go in this game. So I kept spending more money each time, expecting it to finally be over. I just wanted to have the max amount, and it never came. We ended up actually spending a total of 80% of our profits on just parking and height, and we didn't even get the max height yet, which was crazy to me because we've already made $2 million. Though we didn't really let that stop us, as we invested all the money in even more expensive builds, which we did have a even better building which had before, though it was a little bit smaller, and I think this is actually the best strategy to do. Instead of having more floors, have it all be on one floor so they walk or don't have to use the elevator just as much, in my opinion. This is the best way to do it. At this point, there wasn't really much we could do. We've pretty much done everything. We pretty much just got every single height we really wanted. We didn't spend all the money on height, as in I don't really know how high it goes, because even after this I did even spend more money on height and I never got to the end, which was crazy to me. Though we let it running one last time AFK. This was the final time we went AFK until we reached our goal and started actually making the building we wanted to make. So we ended up getting around $5.7 million. So compared to everything we've made, 5, 6, 7, 8, we've made around $10 million in total, which is crazy to me. So around this time is where I actually started working on the build. Now for this build, it's going to be a lot more different than any other build I've done on this channel, because what this build's going to be, it's actually going to be a building. It's not going to be a house. It's not going to be a mansion looking house. It's going to look like an actual building type hotel. That's what inspired me for this one. I wanted it to look like an actual Hilton hotel, if you know what I mean. I first started off by just building the actual base of it, the framework of the building. I wanted to see how high I actually wanted to make it, because knowing this game, I could probably make it as high as the mountains. Realistically, if I wanted to make it that high, then I would have to work a little bit. Now real quickly, if you like this video so far, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, because these videos take a lot of effort. I've already completed many games in this channel with this type of style of video. I've already completed Jailbreak, Island, Grow a Garden, Restaurant Tycoon 3. I've done so many that I'm sure you'll like. Trust me, just visit my channel and you'll see a game that you'll probably have wanted to beat, and you'll see me beat it. Continuing with the actual description of the build before. Now, I will take this time to actually vent about this game, because there is one thing that annoyed me a little bit. The fact that you couldn't actually paint more than one block or item at a time. You basically had to select, click, paste on the painting, so you get the same painting you used on any other area, and then you would do that for every single item. It was very annoying to do. You couldn't really, like, or at least in my experience, I didn't see the option where I could just, you know, select build to already be painted before I place it down. I didn't really find that at all. Help me in the comments below, because I might be completely, like, you know, gone at this point. I also did not find a way to actually, you know, find a way to delete everything in my build. I'm not sure how to do it, but if you even can, please let me know in the comment, because I really wanted to know how. Though I do like how you can pretty much just make the building as tall as you want. Realistically, you could have made this maybe like 40 floors. I'm not sure how it goes, but I made it this high just because I wanted to not overdo it to the point where, you know, it just doesn't look good and I don't spend good time on it. Though I'm gonna be honest, this building is not my favorite I've made. did. I think I've definitely made some better. I'm not gonna blame it on the actual building mechanics on this game, because I do think they actually do give you a lot of flexibility on how you build, but still I feel like they could have made it a little easier, because most of the time I just kept getting frustrated. At least for me. Though it is a very good game, I do recommend it. Though I also did try to decorate the inside. You'll see that later on, and it's a lot trickier to decorate in the inside just because of the way you place down buildings and rooms. There are quite a few bugs in this game. I will admit, there are quite a few. This game is nowhere near done in my opinion, though the fact that they already have done this much, I'm very excited to see what they do next. Now for the intros, as I'm sure all of you know, I usually never do anything fancy because I'm not very good at decorating inside. I'm more of an outside building type guy. I like building stuff in the outside. When it comes to insides, don't count on me at all. I will fail you thousands of times. 1000% of the time I'll fail you. I have never had once one person tell me that they actually like the inside of the building I built. They say they fell in love with the outside, but never the inside. I don't know. I agree with them, but still, I've never really done an inside fully right. Though even though I still showed you what I did, I basically filled up every single floor with the most expensive room you can find, which is around 150 grand per suite. I think it's a little more expensive than that, but yeah, I spent it there. And the top floors, I only use them for activities, whatnot, like most hotels do. The top floors they usually use, or not the top floors, they use it for activities. They usually use the lobbies, but I didn't use the lobbies. I used the top floor. Well, that's this building phase. Now actually time to show you the actual building. Let's get to that. Alright, well here it is, guys, the beautiful building. Okay, it's not the very best building, I'll admit, but I like it. It's making decent money as well. Out of one day, it made me 100 grand. It has quite a few floors, as you can see. It's very floory. It has 7 floors in total. It looks decent in the actual building, though I will admit something. I didn't actually like decorate the back or the sides just because I got way too frustrated with this building in this game, man. But if you guys were wondering the question, it took you 73 hours at least for me to get to this point. To get to this point of building, 73 hours is all it takes. Please like this video if you liked it and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below what else you want to see on this channel. Rank below this building, even though I will admit it's not the best building. I don't think it's going to get the highest ranking, but I still want to see what you give it anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.